So we're going to take a look at the 4 different operators that we use in our everyday lives and how we can apply that to Excel. And that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So Excel can perform calculations, and we're going to use these 7 examples to calculate in Excel to perform the operations. So let's add first. Let's start with 2 plus 2. Now of course you already know what 2 plus 2 is. So what we're going to do is have Excel calculate it for us to make sure that Excel isn't lying to us. So normally if we had a calculator we would type in something like 2 plus 2 and then hit the equal sign. Now with Excel you always begin with the equal sign. So that's the first thing we're going to do is hit equal and then type in the formula. So 2 plus 2. And then I hit enter. So that'll take my cell down and it'll give me the solution, which is 4. Now when I click on that cell, over here in the formula bar, I see the formula, or the equation, to how I got to 4. I did equal 2 plus 2, and that Excel shows me that right here. And over here I get the solution. So now let's try the others. Now again, we always begin with the equal sign. So equal 64 plus 36. And this time I'll hit tab. When I hit tab, the cell will move over to the right. So if I'm calculating something and I want to keep going over to the right, I press tab. If I want to go down, then I press enter. So 64 plus 36 is 100, so I see that here. Now I'll move on to the next one, which is subtraction, and we use the hyphen for that. So we'll begin with the equal sign. Equal 50 minus 25, and I hit enter. And of course that will be 25. I'll try the next one. Equal 40 minus 60. Use the hyphen for that again. Enter. And I get negative 20. So Excel, of course, does go into the negatives if that's what the solution is. Now, to multiply, we use the asterisk, which some people call the star. Right? We'll call it the asterisk. So equal 50 times 3. So not the x, right? We're going to use the asterisk. So 50 times 3, I hit enter, and I get 150. And let's try the next one. Equal 40 times 1.5, and I get 60. So notice that I used 1.5, so Excel, of course, you can use decimals with Excel as well. For the next one, we'll divide. So we'll do 100/25. So you can think of that like 100 over 25, or 100 divided by 25, as you see here, as something you would write on paper. So we'll try equal 100 divided by 25. And I hit enter, and I get 4, because 25 goes into 100 4 times. Now all of these operators you can find on the top of the keyboard using the shift key and any of the numbers, and you can also find them on the number pad if your keyboard has. I recommend that if you do have a full-size keyboard that you use the number pad, as you'll become much faster in writing down your calculations and formulas. Since all of the operators are there, you don't need shift, and you'll get faster at 10-key typing, which is something that you can put on your resume, or it's just a great skill to have, especially if you're going to be using Excel constantly. In our next video, or in one of the later videos, we're going to look at the order of operations, or PEMDAS, where Excel will do certain things first, so it'll multiply before it'll add. Also, exponents, if that's something that you still do. We normally don't deal with exponents after 5th grade or 8th grade or something like that, but if it's something that you do, then we're going to see how we can do that as well in a later video.